White Pony Productions presents 3D Portal Adventure, a cross-time cafe tale. Featuring Addie as Lady Beth, Chatul88 as Catdude, Makey Antier as Tiger T, Fetid as the Captain, Jessica as Ms. Kitty, with Asclepius as the narrator, crew, helmsman, enemy commander, and TK. Lady Beth and White Pony are the creations of Scudder, White Pony, Kidwell. All other characters come from their players at the Crosstime Cafe. http://whiteponyproductions.com. Co-authors Derek Catdude Lindsay, Tiger Timo Stephen, and Scudder White Pony Kidwell. Script adaptation Derek Lindsay. Produced and edited by Asclepius. Chapter 8. Lady Beth leaves the ship, allegedly to conduct a reconnaissance, but her thoughts to herself betray a different purpose altogether.
I feel badly, but it's safer for them both to remain on the ship, especially for T. I'm frightened he may not survive out here.
Back on the ship, the felines, having loaded bullets into magazines and grenades into a bandolier, resume their posts on the forecastle at the ship's front, staying out of the way of the crew. After performing initial scans of their immediate area on the physical spectrum, the Catdude assumes a sitting meditation position and begins to reach out with his mind. As there was not much else Tiger T could do at the moment, while waiting for Lady Beth's return, he sat down near Catdude and watched him. Time slowly crawled by, and the Catdude just calmly sat there. Sensing Tiger T, he speaks without breaking posture.
Sorry I'm not better company while in this state. I do have to maintain stillness.
Slowly, a few dust-sized floaty particles lazily wafted in the air around him and shimmered kind of bluish in the light. They seemed to move with his breath. Tiger T tries to catch one, but it seems to avoid his paw every time. A smile forms on the Catdude's face, again his posture still unbroken.
Having fun? So many mothers back on my earth wish their kids could self-actualize as we can. So few do. The rest are reliant on electronic diversion.
Tiger T holds out his paw now in perfect stillness, just letting it settle. One floats down into his palm and lands. Then it gradually turns orange.
Interesting.
As Tiger T smiles, another one floats near and joins the first one, also starting to change colour. More soon follow.
The magic of this place is quite palpable. It overwhelmed my senses at first, but...
The Catdude noticeably cants his head to the direction Lady Beth flew off in, as his speech momentarily halts. Elsewhere, Lady Beth has stopped in place and holds her position, while the Catdude observes remotely through his clairvoyance.
Where are you? I know you're here.
Tig, I think Our Lady is about to make contact with the enemy. I must concentrate now to keep focus. Perhaps the crew should be made ready for action. Light of the Blessed Realm, strengthen and protect her.
Huh? Are you sure? Okay, I'll go tell the captain.
As he continues his meditational watch.
There you are. A total of 5, and much larger.
5 vessels, definitely technological. Not sensing any kind of spell jamming or any other flight magic that I know of. My lady, I wish you had told me more about them. Nothing I can do at this point but wait and watch.
Tiger T emerges from the captain's quarters, having informed him of developments.
Hey, CD, I'm back. When I told the captain about your observations, he came out with me and will stay in hearing range for any news. He gave an order for the whole crew to be ready for any alert signals.
Posture unchanged, the Catdude calls out to Tiger T.
T, quick update. Contact has been made. No hostilities. Yet. Whoever you are, choose your actions wisely. If you attack my lady, she will not be the only foe you face.
It is not long before the intruders make known their intentions. The Catdude stiffens slightly as he feels a tingling on his forehead in the pineal area.
Yes, my lady, I am ready to receive.
CD, please inform the captain that negotiations have failed. Please turn the ship around and leave quickly before I unleash starfire.
Yes, my lady.
Breaking from his trance, the Catdude springs straight up.
Diva Fun! Leg on!
Seeing the crew stare at him, with only Targetee recognizing what he just said, the Catdude settles himself down quickly.
As you were, all crew to arms. Captain, I recommend standing the ship to general quarters. Hostilities have commenced, and Our Lady has now commanded that we reverse course. She is about to engage Starfire Majory. Negotiations have failed, though I had a feeling they were going to be brief. As in, non-existent. As for Our Lady, she left us 2 bells ago on a course approximately 80 degrees azimuth, declination minus 15 degrees, at a speed I estimate of 15 to 20 knots. Helmsman, by her direct command to me, you are to assume the opposite heading away for the safety of the ship and crew. That is all I have to report, Captain.
Grabbing his backpack, the Catdude leaps down to the main deck and begins pulling out his equipment. First, he dons his armor and activates it. He loads a power pack into his blaster pistol, holsters and puts the other 4 into pouches on his belt. His lightsaber and long-toothed dagger are also hilted from his belt. Finally, he assembles his pulse rifle. Taking a pause, he looks up at Targetee.
We shouldn't assume the enemy will be so focused on Lady Beth alone, such that they won't throw a diversionary attack our way, fighters or boarding skiffs. I'll do my best to keep them away from us, but seriously, Tig, I think your skills with wood and rope are going to be needed much more than me if that happens. I didn't recognize the nationality of the vessels, though the architecture is standard arrowhead or narrow wedge construction, no bigger than a Federation frigate or a destroyer. From the weapons fire, I sense no phase shift, so they aren't phasers, just lasers or masers. Level 2 shielding. If I'd been able to bring the Orion... No use playing that game. What concerns me is that Starfleet is easily 4 tech levels above these guys, at least as I sensed it. But Starfleet has no capacity for going exodimensional. It will be easily 800 to 1100 years before they develop it, and they will still be much too preoccupied to even attempt this level of incursion. So these invaders have somehow developed transit tech almost equal to Gallifrey, or they're getting help. It doesn't make sense, T. Even the Time Lords are generally loath to breach dimensional walls. And why such an aggressive incursion? I think there may be more to this. If I could just get on board one of those ships and interrogate. Oh, that's so unlikely. Enough of my windbagging. Sorry to carry on so much.
Interesting. Though in the future the correct phrasing is Zudenwaffen.
Duly noted.
The Catdude locks one magazine into his rifle and puts the other 2 into side pockets of his trousers. With feline grace, the Catdude leaps from the main deck to the poop deck, fixing his attention to the stern side. There he finishes his preparations, loading grenades into the rifle's underslung launcher. Meanwhile, while a crewman brings a toolbox and a carpenter's apron to Targetee, he then joins the Catdude on the poop deck, both of them staring out into the space behind them.
Now comes the hard part. Waiting.
Don't worry. I'm sure Beth can handle whatever will come her way. We'll just have to keep up our faith in her.
I take it this is your first time seeing Starfire Majory on this level? Prepare to be impressed.
Ooh. Does this mean we'll need suntan and shade? Or what?
Funny you should ask. I never actually thought of it. My fellow riders and I would just cast protection from energy and enjoy the show. Seeing Lord Ipan blow an enemy fortress to rubble is breathtaking. and the unicorns we rode were no slouches with magic either. But I think we're far enough. Your fur should prevent the equivalent of sunburn, and if it gets too bright, just cover your eyes. Wait, she's doing it!
Sir, we just lost our entire fleet.
As everyone on the ship watches from afar, seeing the glow of erupting ships.
That Tiger Tea is the power of Starfire Magery. Thus you might understand why I never tried it after one classroom exercise at a college of magic. Well, that and Wilde Magique. The first involved power that I didn't wish to be responsible for, and the second by its nature, pure chaos unleashed. And this is where you turn around and flee, invader. Flee and never return. Still, this doesn't mean we're safe.
The meaning of Catdude's last warning soon becomes clear enough. As everyone tries to locate the exact direction the Catdude described, they notice a growing ball of bright whiteness from behind them. The expanding sphere reaches, engulfs, and pulverizes several dark, somewhat angular ships, which they had only just noticed as they became backlit by the brightness in their midst. The little nova keeps on growing, and the crew is soon trying to seek cover, some behind the main mast, others under the ladders to the upper decks, all while the ship's captain is clanging the bell for a collision alert. Tiger T grabs the ship's wheel, as do the helmsman and captain. To their astonishment, the Catdude remains standing in place, making no effort to find shelter. Meanwhile, the lanterns at the back of the ship begin to emit a bright glow as a magical shield forms at the rear of the ship.
That shield won't hold long enough against that blast. I'll have to augment it.
Slinging his rifle over his shoulder, he instinctively starts to reach for his rune bag, but then he quickly changes his mind.
Idiot! Starfire Magery is deep magic. I must respond accordingly.
He puts forth his hands toward the lanterns and begins cantering.
From the land beyond beyond, from the land past hope and fear, great guardians of the light, I plead thee, lend me your ear. Here within this time and space, in this fateful hour, I place heaven with all its power, and the sun with its brightness, and the snow with its whiteness, and the fire with all the strength it hath, and the lightning with its rapid wrath, and the wind with its swiftness along its path, and the sea with its deepness, and the rocks with their steepness, and the earth with its starkness. All these I place, by the Creator's almighty help and grace, between us and the powers of darkness.
Energy radiates from the Catdude's hands towards the lanterns. As they glow brighter, so does the shield, and none too soon, as the corona reaches the shield and it slowly bends around it, deflecting the light outwards, shaped like a torch flame. Everyone can feel the ship groan and creak beneath them as they are pushed forward with increasing speed. The Catdude bellows a mighty roar as he struggles to keep the shield intact. As his knees and elbows begin to buckle under the strain, it is then that a distant memory of Cafe Security Chief Tora Kayoshi faintly echoes into the minds of Catdude and Tiger T. With Bethlin in this fateful hour, I place all heaven with its power, and the sun with its brightness, and the snow with its whiteness, and the fire with all the strength it hath, and the lightning with its rapid wrath, and the wind with its swiftness along its path, and the sea with its deepness, and the rocks with their steepness, and the earth with its darkness. All these I place by God's almighty help and grace between myself and the powers of darkness. With a smile, the Catdude steadies his limbs and holds his posture with renewed vigour. Everyone else finds themselves standing there, marvelling at this immense power that was released not far behind them. By now, small pieces of debris start to hit the shield and burst into smaller pieces as they are repelled by it. When the ship is safe, the Catdude slumps down to his knees, his legs like rubber. Without surprise, he notes that his hearing is half-deafened, his nose is bleeding profusely, pain everywhere, and at migraine level in his head, and he had difficulty keeping his eyes aligned. He lies back against the stern wall.
The pain is the flesh, the wound is the flesh, but I am more than the flesh, I am also the spirit. The flesh must obey the spirit, for the flesh is transient, and the spirit is eternal.
As the pressure and heat ease up a bit, Tiger T notes how taxed and strained CD looks, kneeling from his chanting. He leaves the toolbox and apron be for the moment and rushes to the Catdude's aid, handing him a napkin and supporting him. Soon after, the Catdude reaches into his rune bag and draws out the ready tray, picking out 2 rune stones. Holding them between his fingers, he intones 2 words that begin with the letters he is holding.
Was money?
A spell of greater healing, a bright white light briefly surrounds the Catdude and then fades out. His nosebleed has stopped, and his eyes are once again collimating normally. Though he is in better shape, he is still clearly spent and exhausted. He puts his runestones away.
Helmsman, who gave you the order to run? Turn this ship around and head directly to the epicenter of that starfire flare. I will not have her dying on my watch.
As if shouting would help now. But I can't understand why he's so agitated.
The Catdude smiles and pats Tiger T on the shoulder before addressing the captain.
I gave the order, Captain. By the direct command of Our Lady, I issued the order. And until Our Lady says otherwise, please hold your order. Please stand and wait while I try to reestablish contact with her. My lady, the ship is safe. We are ready to receive you. My lady, please respond.
His initial sending unanswered, the Catdude places his hands to his forehead and goes into deeper meditation in an effort to boost his sending.
My lady, are you safe? My lady, please respond.
Again, there is no response. The Catdude comes out of his meditation. All eyes are upon him. All show worry, concern, and fear. He turns to the captain.
Captain, on my advice and responsibility, I hereby countermand Our Lady on the ground of justifiable concern for her welfare. Please turn the ship around and proceed to her last known location.
They turn the ship around and start the search. Entering the field of destruction and heated air, everybody's eyes race between glowing pieces of floating metal and debris to find a trace of Lady Beth. Finally, after long precious seconds trickle by, forming endless minutes, a crew member calls out, "Captain, off the starboard bow!" They spotted her, floating unconscious in the middle of the void. She'd appear to be peacefully sleeping, were it not for us knowing how much power she'd just spent to protect us. It's much more likely unconsciousness overwhelmed her, or... no, must not even think it. Meanwhile, having recovered as best he can, the Catdude rises to his feet, with Tiger T assisting him.
Captain, I will take it from here. Please hold the ship steady as best you can.
The Catdude grabs his coil of paracord, ties one end to his belt, and hands the other end to Tiger T.
Hopefully this won't be needed, but just in case.
He reaches into his rune bag and holds 3 runes out, while Tiger T secures the other end of the paracord to a nearby stanchion.
Was, her, poor.
A spell of flying. Putting his runes back in their bag, he lifts off the deck and flies out to his stricken lady. Gently he reaches under her shoulders and takes hold of her armpits. He brings her back to the ship and, as everyone gathers around them, Catdude carefully sets her down on the main deck. He whispers to her ear,
My lady, you are safe now. You are among friends. My lady, please come back to us.
She seemed to be breathing, if only very shallow, Or was it just a shift in posture from the ship's motions? Intently, they continue to monitor her movements, or lack thereof. Seconds trickling by like a thread of cold honey running off a spoon.
There it is again! Definitely a breath, and her nostrils widening a bit to let it in.
Having brought his lady back to the ship, the Catdude unties his safety line and kneels down near her right shoulder in vigil. Silently, he curses his inability to use healing magic on others. Helpless to actively aid her, he can only plead for help from others.
Lord Upon, I know your gaze has been upon us this whole time. We need... Yes, my liege, it shall be done at once.
He holds his paws over his head as he lifts his face skyward. Softly, he begins to sing wordlessly and sways ever so slightly and gently. Though there are no words, there is still meaning.
Lord Aslan, greatest of lions and voice of creation, thy humble servant beseeches thine aid for this guardian of light. I plead thee, command the powers and archons of the blessed realm to sing the song of healing and comfort, that she may be restored unto us.
One after the other, the crew join in with their own singing. With renewed hope, Tiger T tries to project his good thoughts and vibrations to Lady Beth, holding his hands in her direction and humming along with the entrancing rhythm and melody. It doesn't take long before the tiny specks of orange that still cling to his hands start to glow and tingle there. He notices this and gently blows at them. They become detached and float over to Lady Beth, settling on the mark on her forehead, continuing to faintly glow before fading. Tiger T continues his efforts, as does everyone around her. As the Catdude's wordless singing slowly draws down to a murmuring humming to match the crew, he begins to hear the singing that only the heart and soul can hear.
Thank you.
Taking note of Tiger T, he sees glowing blue particles around his own paws. Following Tiger T's lead, he gently blows them to Lady Beth's forehead. Above her mark, they swirl around in an alicorn-shaped pattern before they also fade.
With my love and devotion.
Turning back, he is distressed to see that while bringing his lady back to the ship, her left shoulder got stained with his tears and blood.
And of course I forgot to bring a bar of soap.
He stills his mind and recenters his focus upon her well-being, resuming the swaying and humming of everyone else. Soon, with Catdude and everyone else sharing their strength with Lady Beth, she finally slowly comes to. Everyone takes a big sigh of relief as we can see her waking up. Catdude supports her head on his knee to help her sit up and recover. Wiping away a tear of joy, he moves to caress her cheek. A sincere, warm-hearted smile spreads across her face as she looks right into CD's eyes and thanks him.
Thank you.
Always, my lady. Always. Because I love you.
After an eternal moment, though, she shyly turns her head, seems to avert her gaze, and her usual melancholic expression returns.
CD? Please, not another word.
Yes, my lady.
She then addresses the captain.
Captain,
Yes, ma'am?
please take us back to the portal. Our task is done.
Captain, my lady, ought we remember to pick up certain items left behind? Making certain she can stay on the ship the whole way back?
The crew, of course, eagerly spring to action, and soon the ship gathers way in a wide, sloping curve. From time to time, a sail needs adjustments and we slightly swerve to avoid direct contact with a chunk of debris that's still floating in the void. Intending to give Lady Beth and CD some room, Tiger T returns to his tools and looks around how he could help the crew with their repairs, during which the Catdude remains fixed in position, giving Lady Beth whatever time she needs to rest against his knee. He looks at the debris in question as it passes by.
That should make for an interesting meteor shower somewhere, eventually.
He turns back to Lady Beth.
My lady, when you feel ready to stand, I shall take post at the stern and see that we are not being followed. Until then, please continue to rest. I shall wait as you need.
When Lady Beth felt recovered to her satisfaction, she arose and quietly retired to the captain's cabin. The Catdude took up watch at the stern to see if they were being followed. All was quiet on the aft deck, save for the soft creak of the steering wheel as the helmsman kept the ship to its course home.
Those ship designs were not familiar. I wonder if she has actually seen the face of these invaders directly. Too many questions, not enough answers. Maybe if we'd taken one of those pieces aboard, but psychometry is one of my lesser disciplines. Not enough time out here. I would have to take it back to the cafe to have the time. Plenty of time for questions then. Helmsman, if you could pass on a message to your captain after this voyage is completed, please ask him to inquire with his superiors over sending a salvage squadron to the area of battle to retrieve some of the debris we saw afterward. I wish to examine some of it at leisure back at the ladies' cafe.
He begins shifting his vision across the spectrum while stretching forth across the ethereal void to feel for any hostile intent toward them, all the while praying for a safe and uneventful return voyage. It is not long before he receives a sleepy sending from Lady Beth.
The seal on the breach remains intact, CD, and I'm satisfied that we have no followers. Come down and help T.
The Catdude descends from the poop deck and into the hold to assist Tiger T with some emergency bracing to shore up the hull and main deck. An hour is spent hammering nails, and he returns topside to secure his weapons and ammo. Quietly and methodically he unloads his magazines, carefully placing each round back into the styrofoam packing before putting them all back into the waiting boxes. The rest of the journey is spent splicing broken rope and cables back together, and other bits of maintenance in between mealtimes, in which Tiger T and the Catdude share stories of the cafe with the crew. All the while, Lady Beth quietly watches from the aft deck. After collecting Lady Beth's armour and other supplies left at the island, the ship begins the final leg home. Naturally, more cargo has to be offloaded and left at the island, so that Lady Beth can stay on the ship without flying. If the captain had any thought of protesting, he has the glares of the two large pantheric felines to remind him as to whom their loyalties lie with. As the two cats sit in their now customary positions in the bow, the Catdude begins to feel some pangs of hunger.
Tig, I know it's a bit early for Oktoberfest, but right now, a cold bottle of Optimater Spaten von München and a plate of bratwurst is sounding real good right about now.
I'll stick to soda, if you don't mind.
No worries, I prefer it myself. Just every now and then, a harvest time will come around where I will feel the urge to quietly slip off to visit the fatherland.
I don't think they'll have such specific beverages around anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Let's go and consult the galley.
Sounds good to me.
After some searching and negotiating with the cook, the two of them return with some suitably bratwurst-like sausages, a grill to put them on, and some tasty beverages. A bit of chain to attach the grill hanging from a beam later, a fire pot full of charcoal underneath, and they were ready.
Alright, CD, you go ahead and magic up some fire underneath. I'll keep watch and make sure they don't burn to a cinder.
Natürlich, mein Herr.
He rubs his thumb and pointer finger rapidly over the charcoal.
Igni minoris.
A fire starts in the pot, and they soon have their meal of sausages and soda underway. Soon, Tiger T and the Catdude see the portal island from which they entered the realm coming into view. With 3 hours still left before arrival, The Catdude gathers the rope pile at the forecastle that he used as a bed and begins to work it back into a coil with the help of a crewman. When finished, the crewman declares,
All this time I thought cats could only entangle threads into a mess, never straighten it back into an orderly coil.
The Catdude smiles.
We cats exist to continually amaze.
The ship finally arrives at the portal island. Their backpacks mounted, two felines await by the gangplank while Lady Beth has a final discussion with the captain, and then they follow her across to the island. She activates the portal, and they all step through. Ms. Kitty is there, waiting.
Well, I trust your gallivanting in another universe was well spent.
Indeed, Atavi. The mission was a success, and the boys did as I needed them to do.
Glad to hear it. There's something you need to know, Lady Beth.
As Miss Kitty motions, Lady Beth leans down for her to whisper in the ear. After a minute, Lady Beth straightens up.
A death in the family? How unfortunate.
Yes, he had to leave to settle the estate. Earl will get you all up to speed. He's waiting for you three in the dining hall with tea and coffee.
She then hands Lady Beth a letter, after which Miss Kitty heads off to the cafe office. As the trio head toward the dining hall, Lady Beth reads the letter, then tells the felines at her side.
It's from Tora Kiyoshi. He just learned last night that his uncle's only son died in a motorcycle accident, leaving him to be his uncle's sole heir. As his uncle is the Diamo of his home prefect, Kiyoshi has resigned as head of security here to return home for his coming duties there. He will not be returning here, not in any official capacity at any rate. He will be missed. Come, our tea and coffee await us.
The Catdude changes the topic, seeking to get answers to earlier questions.
My lady, may I prevail upon thee as to whether there is further detail to be known about these invaders? Is it even known what they call themselves? Is it even known what they are named?
Patience, Catdude. We should put our equipment away first. Though here and now, I can tell you this.
Lady Beth takes the two felines aside and shares many secrets and details, the nature of which can never be revealed in mortal realms. They remain her faithful companions, soaring through many skies and realms to bring peace and justice to all.